Right now, the countdown is on at the Iowa State House. This is a live look from the Capitol as lawmakers work to meet a major legislative deadline. The second funnel deadline is Friday. Bills have to pass through committee in both the House and the Senate in order to survive. KCCI chief political reporter Amanda Rooker is live at the State House with what's at stake. Amanda.
Stacey, there are still several major bills that are up in the air. Plans on things like education, eminent domain, birth control, and the death penalty are just a few of the several major bills that will have to make it through committee in both chambers in order to be in play for the rest of session.
A bill that would limit eminent domain for carbon capture pipelines is up against Friday's live or die deadline. The Iowa House moved it forward last week with bipartisan support.
At the end of the day, we need to be focused on what is helping landowners have access and freedom on their own land.
The bill needs to pass through the Senate Commerce Committee by the end of the week.
The broader language.
Senate President Amy Sinclair says the plan is still in play, but did not confirm if it secured enough support in the Senate to survive.
The fact that it came over to us so late, it does put us in a bit of a time crunch, but it's been assigned to committee, and so it's in the process.
Republicans also have to decide this week on bills that would restrict LGBTQ topics in schools. The House and Senate have different plans, but both would regulate content in classrooms and libraries and would ban instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity in Iowa elementary schools. House Minority Leader Jennifer Comfort says she hopes both plans fall through the cracks.
We've had bills come from the House to the Senate, beating up on trans kids and banning books. They came from the Senate to the House. They can't agree, let's just call it good. We've made the point, let's move on and not change Iowa law when it comes to those issues. Allow teachers to teach in the classroom.
But Senate Republicans say they're hopeful they'll see more action on the governor's sweeping education bill that they passed last week.
I would love to see that bill move forward in the House so that parents can know that they know what their kids are learning and they can have a good relationship with the teachers who are teaching it and really just make sure that we have kids on track for the next generation.
Another big bill that is in danger this week is a bill that would ban using handheld devices like cell phones while you're driving. That bill did pass out of the Senate. It now is over in the House and it has to make it through committee this week in order to stay alive. It is unclear if it has enough support to make it through the House. We'll continue to track that and all of the bills that are up against this major second funnel week deadline. Live from the State House, Amanda Rooker, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.